What up, crew? Today I'm going to read you the story of the Icky bug alphabet book. So, it's going to have all 26 letters of the alphabet, and they're all going to represent a bug or insect from nature. So, let's take a look. I like all the different bugs and insects because a lot of them have symmetry, the same on both sides, but also a lot of them have cool patterns and really interesting and unique colors and texture too. So A is for an alphabet book, but A is also for ant. Ants are hard workers. Ants are able to carry things that are larger and heavier than they are. They always seem to be trying to build something. So I think ants are artists. They're always building something and they're very creative and strong, just like you. What champions? B is for bumblebee. Because the bumblebee is furry, it is able to stay outside in cooler weather than other types of bees. Bumblebees fly from flower to flower collecting nectar to make honey. And of course you know the pattern of black and yellow stripes on the bumblebee, and because it's fuzzy and furry, it has nice texture too, and cool patterns in the wings as well. C is for cricket. The cricket likes to hide under things. It makes noise by rubbing its wings together. Isn't it fun to listen to lots of crickets at night? Have you ever heard crickets, especially if you're like out in the woods or by a pond? D is for the dragonfly. The dragonfly has 4 wings. When dragonflies stop flying and take a rest, they're unable to fold their wings back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. E is for earwig. No one seems to know how the earwig got its name. It does not crawl into people's ears. It has a pincher at the tail end of its body. So here's its head, here's its tail, there's the pincher. F is for firefly. Fireflies shine like light bulbs in the dark, and when they light up, they can find each other more easily. Fireflies are easy to catch because they fly really slowly. Have you ever caught a firefly? I like to call them lightning bugs sometimes too. G is for grasshopper. Grasshoppers can jump really well. If you try to catch one, it will usually jump away just as you're about to touch it. H is for the horsefly. The green-headed horsefly has pretty eyes, but it has a terrible bite. If one of them lands on you, be careful. Yikes, push it away. Have you ever seen a horsefly? They're pretty big. I is for the Io moth. The Io moth has 2 spots on its lower wings that look like eyes. When birds go near these moths and see the spots, they become startled and fly away. That is so cool. I love the pattern, and definitely a butterfly and moth has symmetry. So you can see if you split it down the middle, it's the same on both sides. Gosh, that is so cool. I love those eyes. Kind of looks like the head of an owl, like an abstract owl. J is for Japanese beetle. These beetles love to eat flowers. Sometimes they eat so much that they cause lots of damage to plants. K is for the katydid. Katydids, like crickets, make noise by rubbing their wings together. The noise they make sounds like their name. Katydid, katydid, katydid. Sometimes they say, Katy didn't. L is for the ladybug. This insect is really called a ladybird beetle. They are so round, it is hard to believe that they can fly, but they can. M is for monarch. The monarch butterfly is known for migrating. It flies from the northern United States all the way to Mexico. Birds know that the monarchs taste awful, so they never go near them. So that's pretty smart. But the monarch butterfly, I bet you've seen one of those before. Some are right here in Michigan, and some go to Mexico. The monarch M. N is for no-see-ums. No-see-ums is a word for tiny insects that are almost impossible to see. They are flies that are really called midges. They can make people miserable because they bite. But they're teeny tiny, so do you know what this is called to make them look bigger? A magnifying glass. O is for the orb weaver. Spiders that make round orb-shaped webs are called orb weavers. Many people are frightened by spiders, but most of them will not hurt you. This orb weaver is a very fuzzy, furry, textured spider too. Looks pretty big. And if you're afraid of spiders, you have what's called arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. P is for praying mantis. It's called a praying mantis because it looks like it is kneeling and praying. Gardeners and farmers like them because they eat the pesky bugs that are harmful to vegetables and other plants. So a praying mantis is a good thing to have around. Q is for the queen bee. In a beehive, there's only one queen. She can lay thousands of eggs per day, and all the other bees in the hive take good care of the queen bee. She's like the biggest and best, might even wear a crown. R is for a red admiral. This butterfly is not bright red like an apple or a cherry. It's a rusty, orangey red color. Red admirals are very difficult to catch because they fly fast and erratically, which means they're a little crazy. They fly all over the place, and they're super quick. S is for the scorpion. A scorpion is a really scary looking. They have two front pinchers, just like lobsters. At the end of their tails, they have stingers. Would you like to be stung by a scorpion? Probably not. So S is for scorpions that sting. T is for the tarantula. The tarantula is a big furry spider. It can grow to be as large as your whole hand. Tarantulas and scorpions are found in warm climates. I saw a tarantula in the forest of Ecuador in South America. It was as big as my hand. U is for an unfinished painting. On this page, the illustrator forgot to finish the painting of the picture. Unfinished. How creative. Well, this U is for a unicorn beetle. Okay, that's better. Now the illustrator's finished the painting. The unicorn beetle has a single horn sticking out of its head, like a unicorn. V is for velvet mite. These creatures are red and so small that you can hardly see them. About 30 of them could fit on the fingernail of your thumb. So imagine if I had 30 of these little velvet mites right on my thumb. Crazy. Teeny tiny. W is for the water spider. This spider makes its home underwater. It weaves a special web which allows it to bring air under the water, and it catches and eats things that swim or float nearby. That's crazy. The X is for the marking on the back of this bug. We could not find a bug whose name began with the letter X. This bug's called a cotton stainer. So a cotton stainer has a perfect X on its back. X marks the spot, they say. Y is for the yellow paint bug. This bug is very easy to see because it's bright yellow color. It has 6 legs just like all other insects. So insects have 6 legs, and this one might be my new favorite, the yellow paint bug. Sounds like an artistic bug to me. And then Z is for zillions of zebra butterflies. Zillions of them flying all at once would be a beautiful sight to see. Now it's called the zebra butterfly because of its stripes, so like black and yellow, but a real zebra is like black and white. So interesting. I really like that one too, and you can see it has symmetry, the same on both sides, the same markings down here and stripes up here. Now that we've gone through the alphabet, on this page are some wicked, icky bugs. All right. So, icky, but also pretty fascinating and cool. So hopefully these bugs, some of them with their colors, patterns, and symmetry, hopefully inspired you to create your own. Until next time, adios amigos.